Hi everyone, it's day 46 of the 90-day journey. I just started a video this morning and at 1 minute 46 it chopped off and I was still going, I think, for about 5 or 6 minutes. So that was a bit frustrating, whether it was trying to tell me something that I was going way too long. So I will make this very quick. It's a Sunday. I've completed all of my action steps this morning. Didn't have to, but that's a great thing. It's always good to have that buffer up your sleeve in case of an emergency or something happens through the week and you can't get to doing your action steps. And I think the important thing is I'm going to Ireland on Wednesday, and so I think it's just better, while I know that I can do and complete these action steps, I'll get them done as much as I can. So it just gives me a little bit of a buffer, especially when I'm flying out of the country and things like that. So I want to talk about today the elite mastermind call that Chris and I were watching the other day. It's the most recent one with Ryan and Dan and Justin. And I want to firstly say about that, the authenticity that phone call was displaying was amazing. There was a conversation that was being had between Justin and Ryan. Ryan was pretty much in the hot seat, and hats off to him for sharing, his exact situation or his reality. And that can be pretty confronting for anyone, to be sharing your own reality or what you perceive as your reality. And there would be other people on the call agreeing or feeling somewhat the same as what Ryan was saying. And this mastermind call, was very tactical. It was all about the numbers. But at the end of the day, I think it all comes back to mindset. And I think that's what Justin was alluding to, that ultimately your success in this business world, as in the online business world, and then ultimately changing the quality of your life, comes down to your mindset and not what you can afford financially. And I know that's a bit of a tough call, really, because we're all conditioned to believe that the more money that we have, the better quality of life we will have. And the Six-Figure Mentors is all about the opposite sort of message. If you're happy and you change the quality of life, then success is sure to come. So it was just a very interesting conversation. Actually, it was more than interesting. It was really enlightening. I think Justin handled the conversation incredibly well. I think he verbalized some great responses to Ryan and some great feedback, and gave him some great insights to take away and really think about with respect to his journey moving forward. So hats off to Justin. He just did an amazing job at that. The next part of the call was Dan, and he shared some valuable information, incredibly valuable, with a spreadsheet that he's designed. He's known as a bit of the spreadsheet whiz, and I can understand why now. I've received it because he provided a website. Actually, it's on his own website that you can download this spreadsheet, and I would recommend anyone from Elite up going ahead and downloading that spreadsheet. The work's all done. I mean, the formulas in it are incredible. He's done such an amazing job. And so Chris and I downloaded that spreadsheet. It runs all of the numbers. It's all the lead tracking. It gives you the bigger picture and some projections based on the position that you're holding within the organization. It also gives you the ability to track your leads and on a daily basis to know exactly your position and where you're at. Chris and I opened up the spreadsheet, freaked out, saw all the color coding, saw all the formulas, and thought, how on earth? However, once you get his video or the mastermind call with Dan, you watch him and then you go ahead and do the spreadsheet. It's brilliant. And I think it's a great idea because they want to sort of have some consistency in the approach that we're all measuring. And so we're all sort of measuring the same things and we're looking at the same spreadsheet, which makes life a lot easier, I think. And so Chris and I embraced that. We really wanted to go ahead with using that form of measuring. So last night we sat down, even though we were freaked out by the complexity of this spreadsheet. It's not as scary as you think. We had to plug in like 4 cells on the front spreadsheet, and then we had to go in and do our lead tracking, which we had that information anyway. We just had to break that down day by day, and we did it for June, the months of June and July. And tonight we're going to go ahead and finish the months from January to May, so that we get the whole 6 months worth of the year in our tracking. The reality of that, talking about reality again, it was a bit, I don't know, a bit depressing, I think, just putting those numbers in. So overall, we've been doing well, but when you look at the individual, the day, the cost per lead, and how inconsistent it can be with the amount of leads coming in, you just feel that you can be doing better. And so you have to be careful that it's just numbers. It's like the peg in the sand. Where are you now? Where do you want to be? And what's the plan to get there? So you've got to do it regardless of how your perceived reality is with those numbers. You must do it, because it's such a key, important part of building your online business. And I can just imagine there are people not wanting to do it and just putting it off and doing something else over and above those numbers. But Chris and I mean, actually get somebody else to do it with you, because having Chris and I do it, and I think Chris was pushing me more than anything to get it done, because I was happy to just do July and then just switch off and do June the next day. But she said, no, let's just do June and July and work our way through it, which we did. And it's done now. It's done. So I would recommend that to anyone, elite up, elite, go to that Elite Mastermind call, check it out. It's a really good call. It's a bit of a reality check, or perceived reality check, and do your numbers. I think that's the message from this video today. That's my share. Trish, leadyourlifestyle.com, trishandchrisonline.com, and go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to Trish and Chris, all one word. That's me for now. Bye.